All right, this is 8th grade, Module 4, Lesson 20. On every line is a graph of a linear equation. So we're going to take these lines and create our linear equations. Now we want all of these to be in the format of y equals mx plus b. And as we've learned in previous lessons, your b is where it crosses the y-axis, also known as your starting point, and the m is your slope. That's your rise over your run. Okay, or your drop over your run, depending if what type of line you have. So let's start with this one. We're going to do our start, our B. So you go right down this y-axis until you see where it crosses and you put a dot there. That equals your B, which is, in this case, -3. So we're going to start this off. Y equals something x, and then your B. Now I could put plus a -3 here, but it's a lot easier just to say it's -3. Now I just have to find my slope. So I have one point here, and I'm going to continue my line until it crosses perfectly on a graph paper. There's my 2 points. So I'm going to rise 2, and I'm going to run 3. So my slope is 2 over 3. And there's your whole equation. Y equals 2 to 3 times x minus 3. All right, let's try the next one. The next one says that we have a decreasing line, as we can see. So it starts at the y-axis at +2. So we're going to write y equals something x plus 2, because it's a +2. But as you can see, this is a decline, so we're going to do a drop and run. So from this point to this point, let's do that. We're going to drop 1, so that's -1. And then we're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to run 4. So my slope is -1 over 4. Let's try the next one. This whole worksheet is doing the same thing each time. So hopefully by now you're kind of catching on to what we're doing. Y equals something x and then our B. So our B, let's find it here. We're going to go down. There's our B. So in this case, it's +2. All right, now let's look at our slope. All right, I have a dot way up here. So I'm going to rise 3 and run 1. So 3, 1. Now, as you remember, if we have a slope with 3 over 1, we can drop that 1 and just make it 3. All right, let's do this one. As you can see, this is a declining, so we're going to do a drop and run. But first, let's find our B. So we scroll all the way down. There's the B. In this case, B is -1, so y equals something x minus 1, that -1 there. Now I'm going to do a drop and run. So I have another dot way over here. So I'm going to drop 2 and run 3. So my slope is -2 over 3. Okay, these are the last 2 I'm going to work out with you guys, and then you are responsible for 5 and 6. So here we go. Go down the y-axis. There's my B, which is -4. So we're going to say y equals something x minus 4. Now, as you can see, this is a drop and run because it's a decline. Here's my next point. So I'm going to go down 1 and over, let's see, that's down 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 5. So my slope is -1 over 5. All right, let's look at 4. If you notice, 4 goes right through 0, 0. So if we had y equals something x, we're not going to put +0. When that happens, you just don't have a B. You just leave it off. You don't say +0. You could, but it's typically not written. All right, now our slope, as you can see, is going to be a rise. So I'm going to rise 1 over 1. Oh, well, I have a 1 over 1. Well, 1 over 1 just is 1, and we don't typically write the 1. So this one's going to look a little different, but the answer is y equals x. All right. So that will end this tutorial. You're going to go ahead and try 5 and 6 on your own.